I'm going to eliminate a lot of your student debt if you, in fact, if you come from a family less than 125 grand and you went to a public university. I'm going to make sure that everybody in this generation gets $10,000 knocked off of their student debt as we try to get out of this god-awful pandemic.
Anyway, at the end of the day, the president's student loan forgiveness, it doesn't go far enough. And had he fought all along, we probably would not be in this situation right now. I mean, I don't understand why he can't, Lyndon Baines Johnson, for all of his faults, put the mayor back up. He was governing at a time where the segregationist was right there side by side with him. I mean, like in full view, because we still got some of them folks that got carried that same spirit, but in full view. And this man in the 60s was able by carrot and stick to push the passage of the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. And you have President Joe Biden, who one of the things he ran on was, I'm gonna be able to get the Republicans to govern anew, to do the right thing. And heretofore, he hasn't been able to do any of that. They're getting everything that they want, despite what people like Representative Hakeem Jeffrey is out there touting. Republicans are winning.
Yeah, maybe not DeSantis, but the team Republicans.
That's it.
They're definitely out negotiating. They're definitely outperforming Democrats, and we see this time after time. Democrats who continue to be the head of the party or the candidate for president, or in this case, the president, all become creatures of the party where they were willing to negotiate at levels that go further than what Republicans are. When Republicans are in control, they are clear about their platform, as evil, as disgusting as it is. We're gonna make Barack Obama one-term president. On TV, they said it, worked their ass off to make it happen, right? They wanted to make sure that we didn't get another Supreme Court justice. What they do, they didn't elect anybody or approve anybody for an entire year. Democrats take control of 3 houses and sit quietly. And now Donald Trump won 3 justices. So his legacy, Donald Trump's legacy, Republican legacy, isn't just the presidency. They sacrifice everything else to control the court, which is generations and generations worth of control. As we see Roe v. Wade be eliminated by this conservative court because Democrats have no backbone, because they have no spine. We haven't even expanded the court as if it's some kind of radical idea, as if the court has always been 9 justices. It hasn't. And Joe Biden, being a creature of the Senate, creature of Congress, is a do-nothing president, and I don't care who's upside by that point. When you consider the fact of what's important, I'm not saying he's not delivered on some things. He's not delivered on what's necessary to stop these Republicans from preventing people from participating in democracy in a real way.
That's right, and they eroding it all over the country in state legislatures and governors' mansions. Well, we could take that all the way back to when President Obama was in office. And you remember his words, we got shellacked in that 2010 midterm election. These Republicans went ham, and they've been going ham ever since on the state level of government. So it is all of that, Mayor, and you're especially right about the courts. Generational impact right there. And the fact that these people are not more outraged about the suffering and the conditions that everyday people have to live in, and actually have leaders that come out and say, please accept better than bad. It's bad, but it could have been worse. I mean, what kind of way is that to lead? I don't need a leader to tell me to accept bad because worse is lurking. What the hell? I mean, that is ridiculous. If you can only do bad because worse is lurking, go on and let somebody else run this joint. But you should not be running the joint because you telling the American people accept bad. The president even had the nerve to say, don't compare me to the alternative, not to the almighty, as if he is not powerful, walking the face of this earth. Him and no other man or woman will be compared to almighty as far as I'm concerned, but that is not a vision to provide provision for the people. And man, I'm absolutely disgusted that we continue to accept this mediocre leadership from him, the neoliberal Democrats, and that goes from these Republicans, these spiteful, ridiculous Republicans. But to your point, they are using power. We know that this debt burden is going to affect a lot of people. It especially impacts the African-American community disproportionately. This right here, the activist groups have been letting us know time and time again. The activists and the groups who are really focused on this, and I want to thank them. The report, Paying from the grave highlights the impact of systemic racism on wealth accumulation for families and unequal resource distribution among institutions. The research finds that student debt prevents many HBCU graduates from engaging in wealth building activities like purchasing a home or investing in retirement, which contributes to the black-white wealth gap. Graduates of HBCUs have an average debt load of over $32,000 after graduation, 19% higher than peers at non-HBCUs. And this is coming from the Center for Responsible Living. And this tweet right here sums it right up. The fact that Biden and the Democrats failed to cancel student loan debt and now will proceed to resume payment collection will almost surely lose the 2024 election for them. They better go on and wake up. The next one, it really seems like they want to lose when they do it like this, when they do, stuff, excrement like this. This is real, folks. This is real.